The procession began about 10:30 this morning near the housing area where Brown was shot to death a week ago. Leading the way was a mule-drawn wagon which contained the casket, and for some in the crowd, emotions ran high. The wagon had rolled but a few feet when a scuffle broke out among several marchers as people tried to crowd around the wagon. It made little difference that Brown had a police record. For these people, the death was just another example of police brutality. But it was the police who cleared the way for the procession, which drew a crowd estimated by authorities about 350. The goal of the procession was City Hall, although police earlier had told march leaders they would not be allowed to march into the downtown area today. Any other day would be fine, but not today. A few blocks from downtown, the procession was confronted by the first police barricade at Harwood and Beaumont. Assistant Chief Paul Townsend pleaded with Al Lipscomb and other march leaders to turn back. They refused. So the police retreated to their main line of defense at Harwood and Gano, and a potentially explosive situation quickly developed as the crowd pressed up to the lines formed by the Dallas Tactical Squad. But trouble was averted, partly through the arrival of Reverend Ralph Abernathy, head of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, who flew into Dallas especially for the occasion, but mostly through a change in police strategy. Rather than risk a battle with the marchers, police decided to let them continue to City Hall. So the march headed into the downtown area without further incident. Abernathy called it a victory for nonviolence, and local leaders said they'd continue to march every day until the policeman who shot Brown is removed from the force. But by this time, the principle of the march on City Hall was more important than the funeral procession, and the casket and the mule-drawn wagon were left behind. Jack Hill, Channel 8 News on the Move.
Are you disappointed you couldn't fly this bird today?
I got all my flying suits over there and helmet and G-suit. But I'll come back after the election and fly.
Are you impressed with it?
Oh, very. I've been trying to steal a ride in this airplane ever since it came out, and I nearly had one day, but the commander at Luke Field caught me and wouldn't let me go.
Would you make a recommendation to the Armed Services Committee, say, to contract this?
I'll write a little letter when I get back. Don't worry about that. I've been a friend of this airplane. So we trained at Luke Air Force Base in it and had one accident, and that was because the boy just forgot what he was doing. It's, I guess, the safest airplane we've had in the inventory yet.
Yes, I hope so. A lot of them come kind of reluctantly, and we've talked to over 100 groups this year, and a lot of them say that's the first time it ever made sense to me. They're sick of getting hit over the head. They never understood the bra burners or the women in paratrooper boots, and they realize that we are not out to do men in. We're all in this together.
Come on. Hey, brother man, don't do that to us, please. Molly, you don't do that, man. All right? Hey, come on, man. Say, don't do that, Johnny. Mrs. Brown? Who got to fight among themselves.
Well, as close as the election.
I think twice.
She was going to be picked up national.